away we go. We've got Widow on Elder Kraken versus Blitz Emmett. Ooh, interesting team. Emmett with Tech Sergeant Hank. So, the big person you want to focus on in this setup is most likely going to be...
So, as Tech Sergeant, remember that your shield, so your force shield, sticks around. So, basically, when we land, you can already give the shield to everybody.
I like that they mentioned that. A lot of people know that already, but sometimes it's good to know. I'm not looking at perks. I don't care about perks. And we're off. Like a herd of turtles. Okay, so monsters over here. As soon as they ping the planet scanner, I'll show off their ability to stream. Now, one thing is that going this way, you can hold the thing because it's obvious the monster's never going to go back here, so you don't really have to ping until you're probably like right here or here. But it sounds like that they've got a good idea of where he is anyway. Let's see if they dome a little too early. The Trapper and Medic are a little bit further ahead, probably about like 60 to 70 meters. So they want to make sure that they do not dome the monster when they're all by themselves. Not really hearing callouts. They might be pinging though. I wish I could see pings on the map. That would be awesome. Yep, and there's still no cuts off from the humps. Oh, should get domed here by the Trapper. Now the Trapper's all by himself.
So wait until everybody's there. Save your shed packs.
Yep. I like how they're all coming in. And here comes the monster. Oh, nice little area. Oh, that's a good dome spot. Oh, and here's Blitz Markov all by himself now. Gonna have to fall back. He has to fall back. Start falling back. There's a little nook and cranny that they can get through. This is going to be a very rough engagement for the monster because the hunters can just keep on piling up behind this pillar, getting healed up and not dying. Here goes Bear. Bear's about to die though. Needs to head toward those medical areas. Not sure why Widow decided to change targets. The support was very close to dying and would have died from pretty much almost any ability, but it looks like he's deciding to change targets for some reason. Using the Chain Lightning to clear out some Emmett beacons. So the team doing a pretty decent job. A lot of grouping up there. There's a lot of grouping up. A lot of multiple hits from people that didn't need to take extra damage. And there goes Bear, goes up on the high ground. Nice going back and forth. Another Lightning Strike. Pretty good defensive team. Monster just needs to focus a little bit more on his target. There we go. Is Monster going to try and get Bloodlust? Oh, nice Harpoon. Harpoon is very hard to see when there's a Blitz Cob or a Markov on the team because the Lightning covers up that light really well. Very, very good job on getting a strike out of all that. Very, very risky though, Widow. I probably wouldn't have gone back for that if I was in that position. Just because Bear was doing a pretty decent job of avoiding. Okay, so Monster is ready to evolve. Looks like he's going for the armor regen perk. Or at least just evolving here so he doesn't get blasted by a orbital. Although now that you start with armor during evolve, I don't think evolving out in the open is such a bad thing anymore. So here's the Hunter team. Long Mike is very, very much ahead of the rest of the team. The Monster could go after him very quickly. Yeah, so watch out. So yeah, that out of position. Like there was no reason to do a tiny bit of damage on the Monster. But it looks like Medic is going to be able to do a little bit of healing. Just don't dome. Don't dome until Mike is all the way back up. Yeah, a little bit of aggressive. And the Monster has half armor. You're not really going to do that much damage. Nice orbital, though. But you're not going to be doing enough damage to warrant being that far overextended. especially as Electro Griffin. Like you're not like I don't think any trapper, like maybe no, not even Maggie. Like I don't think there's any trapper I would probably do that with the possible exception of maybe Abe, because he can stasis ball the ground and then avoid the monster at the same time. But that was really risky, and it's never going to be worth the damage that you do just to find a monster when he's evolving. Like, the only time I would do that is if your whole team was there and the dome was up, or your whole team was there, or the dome was up, but your team was like 30, 40 meters away. But I definitely think that was a bit of a misplay for Long Mike. Even more so is that as soon as the Kraken was focusing me, I would have run towards the medic instead of away. Okay, so Monster's going to try and sneak through here. This is a popular area. If you lose sight of the monster, a lot of times... Oh, there's the Trapper. Trapper gets the dome. So the monster has full armor, so there's really no reason to engage right now. Get in position. Up on the high ground. Not sure how I feel about that. So go back towards the healing areas. There's the orbital. A lot of damage. A lot of damage. That was just a lot of damage that Widow just decided to tank. And you have to be very, very careful about that. Tech Sergeant Hank is one of the few where like it's not super noticeable like Orbital, but it can really hurt you really, really quickly if you're not paying attention. Bear doing a really good job hopping around as much as possible. And there's Electric Griffin trying to harpoon when he can. Does look like Bear is going to get away, so really good job with healing and avoiding all of the abilities. The big thing is just stay a little bit more focused, Widow, on the same targets. Right now, I would probably fight closer to Emmett, because Emmett is more important than Tech Hank, for the most part. And the reason why is because Tech Hank can still shield and things like that, but if you're focusing Emmett, chances are you're going to be able to see the little deployables, and your vortexes should be clearing those out, especially Chain Lightning. So I would just keep on sticking on Emmett, and then destroying those things with your Chain Lightning as you go along. But good job. I thought that the monster was doing pretty good punishing the hunters when they were out of position.
GG.
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 Okay, so the monster did a really good job for the most part. I'd say that you were really good about punishing people that are out of position. When you evolved to stage 2 and you downed the Trapper, that was absolutely the right call. He was way overextended. The amount of damage that hunters can do to an evolved monster is pretty insignificant because he starts off with armor already, and so the minor amount of health damage you do would just to be aggressive, like unless the whole entire team is there, it's never worth it to engage a monster to do what, like a bar and a half of armor. And if the monster didn't want to engage, the monster would just be able to armor up anyway. So like I just be very, very careful about where you are with regards to the team. Really good roaching by Bear for the most part. In that composition, I probably would have focused Emmett. And the reason why is because if you focus Emmett, you're still going to get the same amount of shielding and things like that, but you're going to be killing deployables as he spits them out because of Chain Lightning, because Emmett's going to have to run towards them and things like that, so you can kill them pretty much as they pop up, and so Emmett would have been the weak link, and I probably would have focused Emmett more so than the support, because Tech Hank doesn't really bring too much to the table that it's worth going after him in a regular fight. Regular Hank, yes, but not Tech Hank. Tech Hank can kind of be ignored a little bit. That being said, though, be very careful about the orbitals. That orbital killed off like half your armor really, really, really quickly. So just be careful that you don't get the bloodlust in your eyes and then hard focus on somebody. Really nice first dome. That there was a little pocket that you guys could squirm away in the back. I was really excited to see if more of you would have used that, but it looked like that nobody really did. And so whenever you took damage, you kind of just went up to the high ground. But if you ever needed to, you just pop one healing beacon or healing buoy in the back, and then just run through that little cavity area, and you'll get to full health before the monster can catch up to you. But really good evasion skills. Was super afraid of that god. Yeah, that was like the hunters. Like I felt that like that was a 100% hunter favored thing. Yeah, the trapper saw it. I'm surprised it wasn't called out because the Trapper kind of squealed through the back. No, that was tiny. The monster couldn't get through the back end. But yeah, good job. Oh, don't be sorry. I mean, like there's. I mean, use what advantages you have, and it's not like the dome placement isn't on where the hunters are. So if you accidentally throw one, that's perfectly fine. But yeah, I also noticed that there was kind of a lack of communication in that game compared to the games prior. So make sure you're calling things out. Make sure your splits are. If you ever notice that somebody's like really close to the monster, especially if they're evolving or things like that, or you think that somebody's near them, make sure you call out. Usually the person in the back of the line says, "Hey, I'm 80 out," you know, medic 60 out, and things like that. Just so you can call those things out so that you don't get blindsided by that. The best goof, welcome to the herd. I appreciate that follow, and I hope you enjoy your stay here.